Hello and welcome. For this video, we'll be building this application. We will be using Streamlit and Replicate API for the AI generations that we're going to do. The application is a simple dashboard for our AI tools here. For this video, we'll be doing generate image, image to prompt, and remove background. For example, for generate image, this is similar to what we have done from the previous video. We'll just type in a prompt here. For example, blue landscape. 8K, and it's going to give us a landscape from that prompt. For image to prompt, we're going to attach an image and it's going to generate a prompt based on the image. So I have a file here and I will click generate prompt, and after it's generated, it's going to give us this. For the remove background, it's going to remove the background from an image. I'll pick the same picture and then click generate image, and after a few seconds it's going to give us this picture without the background. Okay, let's get to it. For the packages, you are going to install using pip. You're going to need Streamlit, Replicate, and .env. For the file structure, I have main.py, generate image.py, image to prompt.py, and remove background.py. Each of the files will contain the codes that we are going to use for each of the tools. In main.py, let's import Streamlit as st and import load.env. This will help us load the API keys from the .env file. The .env file is just inside the project folder, and it's going to contain the replicate API token and your API token here. If you don't have an API token yet, you need to register in replicate.com and register a new key. Let's load the API keys using load.env, and then we'll set some page informations. So the page title is going to be AI image generator. Page icon is just this frame. Layout is set to wide, and we'll set initial sidebar state to expanded. It's going to look like this. The icon is going to show here at the tab, and the AI image generator title. Next, we'll set st title to replicate API dashboard. It's going to look like this. And then we'll set the sidebar using st.sidebar.title AI tools. So that would look like this. Next, we'll add the items under the AI tools, which is generate image, image to prompt, and remove background. Tools is just a label for the sidebar, and we'll set it to hidden. And key equals page selector here is just for the key of the sidebar. It would look like this. And then we'll set the current content using this. If current page, which is from this object, equals generate image, which is from this selection, it's going to display generate image. We need to import generate image above here. We'll do the same for image to prompt and remove background. And let's add the same below. So it should say if current page equals image to prompt, if current page equals remove background. Now for generate image.py, it's going to contain the codes that we did from our previous video. I'll link it in the description so you have a reference for it. It's going to contain imports, the subheader, which is generate image, the prompt text box, the generate image button, and the spinner, and the call for the replicate API model, which is stability AI SDXL. And then we'll output the elapsed time. It's going to look like this with the sidebar on the side. For image to prompt.py, the code is going to look like this. We still have Streamlit, replicate, and import time. We'll define the method to image to prompt. We set the subheader to image to prompt. It would look like this. It's going to have the uploader. We'll use st.fileUploader with a label of update an image. The types are PNG, JPG, and JPEG. The key for the element is image to prompt upload. And then we'll check if we have attached something. If it's not none, then we'll show the image. Then we'll check if the button is pressed. If it's pressed, then we'll show the spinner and we'll run the API call. We'll mark the start time when the button is pressed, attach the uploaded file, and then pass it to this replicate API model. And then we output it using st.write prompt output. This will contain the generated prompt. And then we display the elapsed time. It's going to look like this in the browser. Now for remove background.py, it's going to be similar to image to prompt since we'll be using an image uploader. As you can see, we use the same libraries. We have a different subheader called background remover. We'll use a file uploader. Then we'll check if we have attached an image. We display the image. We check if the button is pressed. We display the spinner. log the start time, attach the image in here, and then pass it to the API. And then we show the elapsed time together with the output. For reference, I use Stability AI SDXL for the image generation, Metasis INC IMG to prompt for the image to prompt, CJWBW RemBG for the removal of the background. And then that's it. So you have this basic implementation for calling the replicate API together with this easily coded Streamlit UI. I hope you learned something. You can get this on GitHub and see you on the next video.